What a day. What a day, Buff Nation. We have some exciting news. Massive visits have been announced. We'll get into that. Gonna lead with Cash Cleveland transferring out here from CU. What's up with that? Of course, get to your comments as well. Y'all be sure to smash that like, subscribe. Apologize. I forgot to bring my mic on this trip. So you're going to have to put up with some potato quality audio for the next few days. But Statesman, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Cash Cleveland has entered the transfer portal. Kind of surprising news. He was an on-3 freshman All-American, starting, I guess, a little bit less than half the year as a true freshman. I really like Cash. Wish him well. It seems like if you kind of read between the lines with Coach Prime's statement earlier today about only giving one scholarship player a scholarship ever, that is Charlie Offerdahl. Looking like, hey, Cash wasn't going to get that right now. Could he have possibly gotten it in the fall if he had stayed on the team? Possibly, but I would imagine that he's got some interest in, I would hope, to where he can find himself a scholarship spot right now. Best of luck to him. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what the Buffs do at center with the offensive line. Judging by the comments that Scott Proctor made today, and of course earlier in his article that he dropped this week, that he also mentioned center's going to be a position that they're attacking. They're looking to get a better starting center. Now, could that be Zarian McGill? Very well. Seems like they are happy with Yo-Yo Atia and his development, which is awesome. Big guy coming over here from Egypt. That's going to be fun to track. But now center is going to have to be something that we're really, really paying attention to. The Buffs will have another starting center for, it feels like we're going on the fourth year straight or something like that, man. It is absolutely, it's crazy. But in terms of what it seems like Gunnar White and the offensive line coaching staff together, like they want big dudes. I think we love what Cash brought. He is a little light in the pants, I guess. Oh man, that came out wrong 2 days in a row. Just straight pause. A little light in the pants. Great at pass protection, but we need to be running the ball really effectively this year. And so my hope is that with the next addition that the Buffs bring in at the center position, is that this guy is absolutely bodying dudes in the run game. That's what I want, okay? So hopefully we still target a center. And best of luck. I hope he can find a scholarship and hopefully a nice little payday as well. Now, this is some interesting comments that Coach Prime made today. He said, hey, Virginia, stop tampering with Carter Stoutmire. I already let you have one guy. I'm not going to let you have Carter too. Carter says, man, he's not leaving because, Carter is the best safety we've got on the team right now. And until proven otherwise, I know that's going to make some people crash out. And I guess I have been appointed just the fan club president of Ben Finiseth. I didn't ask for that, but if you guys want me to start shilling Ben Finiseth, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. 8 tackles, more than the safety that we got coming in visiting. 7 more, which I saw on Twitter, which was funny. But nonetheless, I love this little recruiting tampering war right now going on with CU and Virginia. It's been reported possibly that Isaiah Augustave has been offered $500K. Go get that money. I ain't even mad about that. That seems rather rich for Augustave, but that's what he's worth if someone's willing to pay that, right? If he ends up going to Virginia, we'll have to see. Maybe there's a higher bidder. But they're going after Carter. That's not happening. But guys, you can't forget, we might be, doing some tampering as well, guys. Everybody's tampering. Is Virginia just sloppy enough to get caught? Maybe. But, hey, if they want to take Isaiah Augustave, that's fine. We will gladly take A man who's visiting this week, Blake Steen, baby. Somebody that we have talked about over the last couple days. This is awesome. This is awesome. They might be mad that we're taking a starting offensive tackle that they got. Oh, that's his 23 stats. Don't even look at those because he took an insane jump this year, his second year, 6'5", 330 pounds. Yes, he can play right tackle, guys. That's his position. Young guy. So this isn't a guy that's coming in for like his fourth or fifth year. No. This is a guy that still has plenty of potential. That's what I like to see, baby. We've talked about it. It has been announced that he is visiting. Love it. This is massive news. So, Virginia, if you're going to come and you're going to play this game, fine, man. We'll take the dudes blocking your running backs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And don't give a damn. I love the pettiness of it, too. It's awesome. It's awesome. This is what makes college football fun. You don't get any of this kind of stuff in the NFL. You don't. You don't. This is awesome stuff. I love it. I love it. Augustave as a kid. That's right. That's why I'm saying go get that money, man. Go get that money. 500K. That's what I'm talking about. So we put Xavier Hill at left guard. We bring Blake Steen in at right tackle. Hopefully, once he visits, he signs on the dotted line. If not, we gotta cyberbully him into signing. So get on his Twitter, spam buffs. That's what we got to do. He needs to be one of the top priorities. And with him visiting, announcing a visit, that's awesome. We are in the front runner seat for Blake Steen. That's how I read this thing. Tremendous news. Gunnar White can do no wrong, baby. Gunnar White can do no wrong. So that's the first massive visit. The second visit actually happened today. Boom. All right. A Kentucky offensive lineman, Marc Nave Jr. Hopefully I pronounced his name correctly. Don't know too much about him. Got in one game for 9 snaps against Murray State. Okay. Over at left tackle, 6'6", 335 pounds. We're trying to build a line that looks like the Georgia Bulldogs offensive line, man. That's what I'm talking about. When opponents line up against us this year, if we can grab some of these guys, right, of course, they're going to say, wow, do these guys do steroids? Like I have said in the past, I want us to be accused of doing steroids because we're so big and strong. We're getting another guy, 6'6", 335 on a visit today. Now, Marc Nave, why don't you make it official and commit here, right? So this is going to be an interesting one to keep note of. Now, you might be wondering, last year, what kind of was his star rating? You know, he's freshman, redshirt freshman, 88 overall, 60th interior offensive lineman in the portal, or in the class of 2024, rather, coming out of high school. Interesting interior line, but they had him playing left tackle at Kentucky. Man, I don't know. Played right guard out there in Toledo, Ohio. So probably has some line versatility. I need to see his snaps at left tackle before I can kind of make a determination on whether I feel like he's more of a guard or a tackle. But I do think that's interesting. Interior line guy out of high school, but then played 9 snaps this year at left tackle. Kind of interesting. Very interesting. So this will be a great depth signing, I think, if it ends up happening. Hope Mark enjoyed his visit here. This would be awesome. And then lastly, and I think this was the first one that was announced, is that Terrance Love will visit Colorado this weekend. This is awesome, according to Hayes Fawcett, the top available safety in the transfer portal. Okay. He played in 22 games for the Auburn Tigers this past year. Interesting, right? So let's get to some of his stats. I do like the fact that he's 6'2", 220 pounds. That means he's going to be able to, lay that wood. I like that. But yeah, didn't see consistent action at Auburn. has played in 102 snaps, or 102 snaps on defense, rather. Now, I think he's played more on special teams. So that's awesome, but no tackles on special teams. Come on now. But top safety in the portal, according to On3. Yeah, we'll see. It's hard to make any uh, determination about him with just kind of limited playing time. But I did find this clip, and I thought this looked awesome. This is from his time in high school. I mean, look at this play, making a nice big pick six here from the opposite end zone. Breaking a few tackles, showing some, and he played on offense too in high school. But yeah, just showing some great vision on bringing this thing back. It doesn't look like he's got like the most speed ever, but I mean, he was outrunning all those dudes, and looks like he's still plenty fast by the end of that big time run, right? So I'm not expecting, if Terrance Love ends up committing here, I'm not going to be one of those guys to say, oh yeah, this is a starting safety we can put in there right now, even though On3's calling him the top safety in the portal. I don't know. It just seems like he just hasn't played a lot. It's hard to make that sort of expectation right off the bat. And again, a guy that I think that we need to be still not forgetting about is Malachi Vickers. I probably just butchered his first name, but Vickers from Oklahoma. He's going to be good to go for fall camp. So right now we got Tafik Bayard, Carter Stoutmire, Vickers, and Ben Finiseth as probably our top four safeties right now. Yeah, maybe the kid that's coming in from Miami from high school, is it TJ? Something rather. Maybe he can surprise and get some snaps year one as a freshman. We'll have to see. But yes, those are our three visits. We have safety Terrance Love from Auburn, been there a couple of years. And don't forget, guys, we had great success with an Auburn transfer last year who was also, a guy that he wasn't an instant starter or anything on Auburn. I think he just had limited snaps his first year there, Colton Hood, right? So this could be another one of those under the radar type of transfers that ends up paying big dividends for us if he were to commit. So Terrance Love, love it. No pun intended. I want to bring in some more guys into the safety room with the departure of Savion Riley. No doubt about it. And for what it's worth, he was a four-star guy coming out of high school a couple of years ago, 2023. Transfer portal from 24/7 has him ranked as the 94th best safety. But let's just look at the available guys. So like Kenny Urlacher is rated as like number 3 guy. Where is this guy? Let's see. So they have Terrance Love as the 9th guy above Savion Riley. Very, very interesting. But yes, even like Kennedy Urlacher, I think a guy that people are really excited about, just and a guy that can lay the wood. I would love to see him out here, but to me, it seems like right now with safeties, it's just a bunch of guys who haven't played like a ton of snaps. All these guys have kind of been part-time or like bench players coming in for just like mop-up duty type of thing. Outside of, well, the guys, of course, that have like already enrolled, but the guys available, it's kind of what I'm getting at. I'm not familiar with Gregory Smith or Zaquan Patterson yet, but some of these other guys, yeah, probably looking for that next opportunity to hopefully get a starting position and consistent snaps. So that is something to monitor with that. So yeah, man, all that being said, love the recruiting war that's going on between us and Virginia right now. Hopefully we can get Blake Steen. That is the only way this thing works out well, right? They get a player, we get a player. That's how it needs to work. And yeah, let's steal a couple trench players from out there in Kansas State, right? So yeah. Let's see here. Who we got in the chat? I'll scroll up a little bit. Hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, best of Cash got tampered. I mean, maybe, but tampering's part of the game, man. If you're not tampering, you're not trying. I got no issue with tampering, man. I don't, because I want my program to tamper too. Can't be a hypocrite. Can't be a hypocrite. I'm gonna come out and say it, man. We better be the best tamperers in all of college football, man. Um, Adeline Joseph is saying Cash complained that Boulder is expensive, was hoping for a scholarship. I doubt he wanted to leave. And that's probably the situation. I think you're absolutely right. Again, that's why I'm not ever going to, unless they're possibly a backup quarterback that runs their mouth about not having the starting quarterback pay for his tuition and all of that. Like that clown Gavin Cole did. I just got respect for walk-ons, because most of the time these guys are paying out-of-state tuition, which is incredibly expensive at CU. My guess is now it's probably, with room and board included and all that, it's probably between 40 and 50 grand a year. On top of that, yeah, you're you're getting your booty kicked every single day, man. You're putting your body on the line. And some of these guys, not only are they on scholarship, but they're also getting compensated in other ways substantially. So if I were advising him, if he wasn't going to get one here, yeah, he needs to jump in the portal. So wish we could have given one to him. But I will say, again, with the new offensive line coaches coming in here, the read that I get on this, with the other moves that they've made in terms of the guys that they've brought in, is they just want massive human beings on this line. Cash isn't one of those guys. So maybe it's just not the best fit moving forward. And I'm going to be rooting for a success, man. I really do want to see. Boulder is hella expensive. And it's not, yes, you just have to be comfortable with living in smaller spaces there. That's just how it is. So, and I think don't give a damn. We're going to be averaging probably 6'4", 330 across the line right now with how things are looking. Yeah, it's a bummer, man, because I think Cash was one of our collectively like a fan favorite story last year, but this is the era of transfer portal football. Like I was telling Russ yesterday, if you can get 2 years out of a player, I think that's pretty good right now. See, exactly. Don't give a damn. Terrance Love doesn't have any production. We can't argue against Ben Finiseth, and this guy has fewer stats. That's right. We can't start pushing a Terrance Love agenda when Ben Finiseth has 8 tackles and what? Yeah, Terrance Love has 1. Don't get me wrong. I want Terrance Love on this team. But again, we're not going to crown these guys early unless it gets good clicks, unless it gets good engagement, right? TK is saying, I'm 50-50 on Ja'Kai Lang. We have to lock him down this weekend. Yes, let's freaking do it. Let's get another edge in here. Seems like that's going to be a priority, is adding another player into the room. But man, I'm excited for London Merritt, man. I think one of the reasons he came here from Ohio State was, he was, or turned down Ohio State to come here, was because he was going to have a quicker path to playing time. It just got a little quicker depending on, who we had. Yeah, let's see. Dude, Love would be a project. Still needs 2 more years. So we're talking about a junior safety before he's out there. King of Dance Ball saying, I like Terrance, David. Let's go. He can ball out. We'll bring him in here. Let's do it. Let's create this competition. Let's go. Again, we had success bringing in another Auburn DB last year in Colton Hood. So this would be something that I would love to see, man. I just get attached to these young men. I bought 2 Buffs jerseys. This is why you got to stick with the goats. 2-12. That might ruffle some feathers. Again, I probably should do a video on this, but whatever. I do like how it was talked about how, yeah, Rick George was the one that decided this, not Coach Prime. I do think Rich George, he just should have held a press conference on Monday to announce this. That would have been so much better. And I think it would have gone over so much better if people could sit there, hear what he had to say, hear his heart out, hear people ask him questions and stuff on it. I think it would have gone over a whole lot better than just announcing it via an Instagram post. Um, Again, I'm not thrilled about doing this during a spring game. Much rather do it at some sort of game in the regular season. But putting that aside, I'm very much looking forward to this on Saturday. They deserve it. Let's see. I was waiting to see if somebody was gonna, put Terrell Timmons on the shit list. This next man, y'all are crazy, man. Yeah, what else we got? We got the random Oregon fan in here again because again he's got no Oregon channels to watch. Only Sports Chat 305, who's awesome, but it's not like he's going live every day. Collaborating with a bunch of other Oregon fans because there's just nobody watches Oregon. Nobody even hate watches Oregon. We get a ton of hate watchers, so I love it. Any Oregon fans that are just desperate for conversing about college football, you guys are totally welcome here. We know that you wish you had a community like this, but all you guys got are really great uniforms. Let's see what else we got here. We will revisit this Scully talk after the portal is closed. Well, in terms of seeing if Cash gets a scholarship, maybe so. Yeah, I would say the only significant player that we've lost right now is Taj McCoy in terms of immediate impact, and Cash, I guess, because he was the starting center. But there has been a portion. I think it's been kind of split really down the middle of guys that have wanted to see Zarian McGill step up into that starting center role right now with the guys that we got before that. And but I hope we can add a starting center. I don't know if a starting center is truly available right now, but that's why we tamper, baby. We just don't get caught like Virginia. Virginia was getting slappy. And let's get Blake Steen. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Man, the chat is on fire yet again today. I love it. Yeah, man. Quanell Farrakhan, Quentin Gibson. I love it. Be much more sad if those guys enter the portal than hey, congratulations, to Adrian Wilson on his 5th school. Incredible story. I hope Bill Belichick gives him 20, number 20, just to piss him off, See what else we got going on here. And this is a fair point, Northside. Yeah, Tajay McCoy, and Ja'Kai Lang stats are, around the same. So I think that we would be replacing similar production or production with similar production, right? Yeah. So let's see what can happen. Now, hey, y'all let me know. Do you want Cam Michael at running back or you want him at wide receiver? To be honest, I kind of want to see him at running back. And I hope we bring in that NDSU running back that we talked about yesterday. I think that would be really, really awesome. I hope that we've made contact with him and all of that because we just need a guy that can come in here and we can say with confidence, he can be that guy. He can be the starter. This was Russ's thing that he put on here. What was his name again? Yeah, Shamar Brown. Gonna bring up some Shamar Brown here. Come on now. Am I just not spelling his name correctly? Good Lord. Sharmar Brown. Finally got it. Cool. 5'11", 214, baby. And allowed no sacks on 60 blocks. So that's great. And let's get to the rushing. 4.9 yards a carry, almost 1,200 yards this year at North Dakota State. And against us, he averaged a nice little 4.3. Now, are we going to blame that on Trevor Woods? Maybe. But nonetheless, North Dakota State, they earned my respect this past year. And they went on to win the national championship. So I really love bringing in a guy like that knows what it takes to win a championship, man. I think it's awesome. I guess I didn't even have that pulled up here. Sorry, y'all. So, yeah, you can see here 15 touchdowns, no fumbles, almost 1,200 yards on the ground. You absolutely love it. 11 runs of over 15 yards, 28 runs of over 10 yards, and significant runs in both zone and gap schemes. I wonder if we're going to be more of a gap team this year, but most teams they do run both concepts to some degree. We're gonna have to see. I mean, if we're bringing in dudes starting them 350 pounds, might be hard to run like a lot of wide zones and stuff like that. But what am I to say? Man, we got people spamming the chat. What are we saying? Coach Prime said today in his press conference that the Buffaloes are getting 2 running backs from the portal. Well, let's bring in Shamar Brown. Let's bring in the guy from SMU that I looked at, right? Or Javian Thomas from Cal that we talked about. Come on. Oh, my God. Dude. How can I not spell these guys' names right? Oh, this is driving me insane. 5'10", 190 pounds. 6.3 yards per attempt this past year. And like I said yesterday, running for 600 yards, that's like running for 2,000 yards out here. That's what I'm talking about. You guys sick of John Doe? I'll put him in timeout for a little bit. I'll put him in timeout. John Doe, it was you did to yourself, man. See, now you can't talk college football with anybody, man. Now you just got to go back to doing nothing. So sad. Yeah. Yeah, so sad, man. Yeah, dude, exactly, man. That whole roster, all that history, no titles, man. I'll put them in timeout, but sometimes it's fun, having those brain dead Oregon fans in here every now and then, guys. It just kind of keeps things fresh, keeps things new. So yeah, but overall so far in the transfer portal, I think all things are going good, right? I think they're going good. I think center we can improve on. We'll see if we're able to. But running back, there's a ton of running backs out there, man. We should be able to get some good ones. The most important thing is that we got 2 really damn good quarterbacks. We got a great offensive tackle. Seems like we're solidifying the rest of the line, and I still feel incredibly good about our defensive line right now. Now, it would be cool having Taj McCoy come back. I would like that. I don't want him to leave, but I feel like we kind of have a standard here. Coach Prime does here at CU, where it's once you decommit or once you enter the portal, we're not taking you back, man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Some people just need some company. We never know what's going on with people, right? Yeah, Javian Thomas, man. I would love to have him out here. Incredibly exciting. Man, I love this time of year, man, where we're able to hopefully get some upgrades to some of these rooms. But 5'10", 190 pounds, again, ton of breakaways, 15 runs over 10 yards this year. You'll take it. 9 runs over 15. Ran for 30 first downs for Cal. So yes, please. Of course, they had Jay Knott, but I was putting together some Jay Knott tape for a friend in the Guru film room, and I watched a lot of Javian Thomas today, and yeah, dude, that dude is just as explosive, man. That's how I felt about it, but he just didn't get as much run, but he was still involved with that Cal offense significantly, and he's not a guy that should be overlooked. I would love to have him out here, and don't give a damn. Saying he doesn't like Branson Robinson out of Georgia, correct? Not a ton of experience, right, at Georgia, but hey, I'll take a Georgia running back. And yes, players are calling. Who wouldn't want to play for this program, right? Yeah, we're not a poverty program no more, man. Not a poverty program. Coach Prime's making more money than Dan Lanning. Once Dan Lanning had that bitch clause to where he has to make more than Coach Prime in his contract, um, man, Coach Prime's just living his head rent free that way. Dave, what I think of Branson Robinson, I talked a little bit about him yesterday on the show, I think with Russ, but yeah, like I'm open to it. I think Georgia, they've had wonderful history with running backs. And yeah, again, as long as we're not giving him a sports car and he wants to come out here, I'm all for it. But I do think that right now, I wouldn't have him at the top of my priority list with current running backs in the portal. There are more proven guys. There are more proven guys that we can come and get, and I will take that. Don't give a damn saying he's injury prone. Let us know. I'm not familiar with his injury history, so let us know what he has struggled with. Alpine Garage Sports, baby. We're overdue to do a stream together, man, sometime this year. So Alpine, man, I moved to San Antonio right now, but yeah, we need to do a show sometime. Yeah, y'all go subscribe to Alpine Garage Sports, the original buff YouTuber, man. Before I got started, man. Alpine was a big influence on me, saying, you know what? We got everybody and their mother doing a YouTube channel. I'll start one too. And that's right, man. Isaiah Maya got the bag, which great for him. They're going to pay Isaiah $500K. I would much rather put $500K, no offense, Isaiah, towards Blake Steen, baby, towards that offensive line. Yeah, that's what I'd rather do. No, 70 AD, man. What? Why is your name 70? The siege of Jerusalem culminated in the destruction of the city and the second temple by the Roman fort. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? 70 AD, you got to change your name, man. Nah, we didn't lose too much in the portal. You lost too much. Dude, what are you talking about? Dude, find God, man. Wishing you best. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully, we got some more Buffs news to talk about later on so I can hop on here again soon. Again, guys, apologies that I forgot my mic, but you guys are awesome as always. And let's go, Buffs.